time on how I got smuggled out of China after learning that I was there illegally. So I moved to China to teach English with a group of volunteers. We actually lived in the school. It was like a dorm room. We had roommates. There was a couple of rooms within the school, and that's where we all lived. So about a month and a half of living there, we got told by the owner of the school, who is Chinese, to stay in our rooms for the rest of the night and not come out. Which was kind of sus, but also everything there was a culture shock, and we just kind of figured that it was normal. We're in a foreign country, they do things differently here. Like, we didn't really fully question it at first. So we had been sitting in our rooms for a couple of hours, and we get a knock at our door. One of our roommates comes running in and starts screaming, "You guys, start packing. Our Chinese school is going to send us on a fully paid vacation to a neighboring city." We honestly didn't believe her at first, but after some convincing, we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. They're literally going to pay for our hotel, our food, anything that we want to do there. They're literally sending us. So she's like, get ready. You have to be ready to leave at 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. comes around, we get on a bus, and we're on our way about 4 hours away from where we were at currently. So we end up staying the full 3 days, and it was so fun. The hotel was like amazing and an experience that we hadn't had there yet. So we're all on our vacation high at the end of the 3 days, and we're waiting in the hotel lobby for the bus to come pick us back up to take us back to the school that we're teaching at. And this is where it starts to get freaky and weird. So about an hour of sitting in the lobby waiting for this bus, where we start asking questions. We're like, what's going on? We've been sitting here for a while. And our head teacher is like, well, she just like wasn't answering any of our questions. At this point, like 3 hours had gone by, and we're just asking our head teacher, like, seriously, what's going on? Why aren't we getting picked up? And she's like, well, I'm setting up a conference room in this hotel for you guys right now because we're going to hop on a call with our US ambassador. We're like, it's like 3 a.m. in the United States right now. Why would he want to be hopping on a call with us right now? So we go in this conference room, and this US ambassador gets on the phone and is like, so there's been a turn of events, and turns out you guys are there illegally. And our hearts just like sunk. It was the scariest moment of my life.
All right. I don't know, man. I know. People say you got to experience other things and stuff like that. But I haven't even experienced everything in the USA yet. That's why I like have no I don't feel no need, or I don't have the drive to really go out the country right now. I feel like everything that out the country got, I can kind of, not everything, honestly, not well, yeah, not everything, but I don't know. I'm scared to go out the country, man. There's too many rules. You don't know. Like, y'all seen what happened to fucking ASAP Rocky with the fucking girl who was the basketball player, or whatever the fuck. Motherfuckers be getting locked up, can't bring their ass back over here. Like, I don't know, man. I'd be nervous. Then y'all going to China and shit. What?
So we just hopped on a phone call with the US ambassador, and he tells us that we're there illegally. And at this point, we're like, whoa, what do you mean we're there illegally? That doesn't even make sense. And he goes on to tell us that the school that we were teaching at forged all of our documents stating that we could even be there. I don't even think that he was telling us the full scope of the seriousness of the situation because of how this escalates. This next part really freaked me out, and where everything started to feel so real. He tells us that we're not allowed to text anybody, call anybody, post anything. We can't communicate with our friends, our family, whatever, because China tracks everything and anything that you do. And he goes, so here's the plan. We are going to get you out of there immediately. So we're going to get you on a bus. We're taking you back to the school right now. You have 30 minutes to pack, and then we're shuttling you out of there and getting you to Shanghai, which was the nearest airport to us at the time. He's trying to hurry up with the phone call at this point because at night, checkpoints start to close, and he's like, we need to get you guys through these checkpoints before them closing, because once they close, and we can't get you out of here. Then he goes, you guys need to put on your hoods. You need to basically blend in and lay low. Like, try not to draw any attention to yourselves. We don't want anybody questioning you and why you're there. So we all get on this bus and nobody's speaking. We just don't even know what to say. We're honestly terrified. Are we going to end up in a Chinese prison? Are we going to get stopped? Like, we honestly have no idea at this point and have not a lot to go off of. So after the 3 to 4 hour bus ride, we pull up about 2 miles away from the school, and we're told to get off. We're like, okay, why? And they tell us that they're transferring us to another bus just in case, I don't know, maybe somebody was following us. I literally don't know to this day why they transferred us buses, but we got kicked off onto another bus. So we pull up to the school and all of the lights are off. Like, they open the gates for us, the lights are low, you can't see anything. And then we pull up right next to the front door, and there is all of the Chinese teachers standing outside waiting to help us pack our bags. So they knew what was going on. So we run upstairs. We're literally throwing as much stuff in our bags that we can. The Chinese teachers are grabbing our bags and throwing them downstairs and like literally putting them in the bus for us. So let's get into how it actually turned into smuggling. So the Chinese teachers are there helping us pack our stuff, and we load everything into the bus and we get ready to leave. The owner of the school jumps on the bus with her translator and basically starts apologizing profusely. So she gets off the bus and we're watching her, and we look over and she is talking to this man in a black leather trench coat. We can't hear anything that she's talking about, but we literally watched her hand him a stack of cash, huge stack of cash. He puts it in his pocket and gets on the bus. Just sits on the bus. I'm like looking at my roommate like, is this a joke? So the bus starts pulling out of the gate, and we start hearing sirens and seeing cop lights flashing. And we are literally watching as the cop lights go from here and start getting closer and closer and closer and closer to our school. The bus stops, literally goes into reverse, and hurrying closes the gate and shuts off the engine. So we had to sit there in anticipation, wondering if we were gonna go to a Chinese jail. And we watched, and it just happened to be a coincidence that the cop lights were going somewhere nearby. I was shook. My anxiety levels were like up here. So thank you to whoever was doing something naughty nearby. You ruined my life for like 5 seconds. So we ended up making it through the night and not getting stopped at any of the checkpoints or anything like that. But we couldn't get on flights that night. The school actually put us up in a hotel, and this man in the trench coat stayed with us the entire time, and we were like basically kind of hiding out, and we didn't leave the hotel room for a couple of days until those flights were finalized. So we made it to the airport, and the Chinese man actually just went with us as far as he could, and then left. So we got to the airport safely, and we didn't have any issues there. Just like you guys, there's still so many lingering questions that I have about like what actually happened, because again, we didn't really get told everything, and I still feel like I don't understand the full story. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.
All right. That was a wild story right there. Um, she basically had to get smuggled out of China, like she say. I'm not sure how they was there legally. Well, she said the school put the wrong paperwork and shit, put the wrong shit on there. But I don't know. Shout out to her for doing a good deed though, for going and being a volunteer and teaching English in a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people who be volunteering and doing their public service. All right, I appreciate y'all, man. Other than that, I'm glad nothing happened to her, and she didn't have to spend her nights in jail or whatever the case is. thankfully it was just a hotel, man. Because I don't know, man. I'm nervous to go. I'm nervous to go to jail, period. But damn sure nervous to go to jail, goddamn, out the country. I don't know what the hell they gonna do to me. What the God gonna do to me, my friend? Please don't touch me, please. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button on your way out. All right, thank you.